Jake the Film Guy here, and in this short special edition video, we're going to consider, is it really a worthwhile goal to be a filmmaker in the traditional sense?
There's a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
Heading into the first week of November, there was the Film World bomb announcement that James Dean would be in a starring role in an upcoming Vietnam-era film about some of the 20,000 some odd dogs, 10,000 some odd dogs that were used in war efforts but left behind at the conclusion of the war. And it got a bit of attention and controversy to go with it because it's ethical or unethical. You decide. I want to know in the comments below what you think. To have a deceased actor and their likeness brought back to life. We've already seen this in films like Rogue One, but the question remains, why are we doing this? Is it a marketing stunt or is it profit driven? Are businesses looking to, as in other sectors, automate and take out the human element? My hunch is yes, as a consequence of our devaluing of life. So in these changing times, I encourage you to lean into the word and the King of Kings, value life, cherish life, and at all costs, include people in your projects and in your endeavors. Now, having said that, should we be shooting for the theatrical window as we have been told our whole lives? Well, this is what it means to be a filmmaker. I want to re-examine that. Realistically, in the US, there are about maybe 400 to 500 new films released every year in the theaters. So, what does that tell us? That even if you made it there, you're probably in the one of 500 marquee slots every weekend. But how many thousands and hundreds of thousands of us have a camera now and can tell stories? The odds don't look so great. That's not to discourage you, but our consumption habits are changing. Streaming is on the rise, movie prices are going up, theaters are constantly having to renovate to continue to attract audiences there. I see in our lifetime where VR and AR will become the new form of consumption and entertainment. Just like 150 years ago, everybody read, and nowadays everybody consumes information or even finds their entertainment visually. We will find things more immersively, but it's happening at a much more rapid pace because technology doesn't grow linearly, it grows exponentially. So while you and I are still breathing and walking around God's green earth, we will find that the nature of entertainment will continue to change. And I believe that the 2D theatrical experience will be antiquated. And I'm going to make a bold claim here within the next 20 years. So with the odds against us, and with the nature of entertainment changing, should we really be pursuing that theatrical window, or should we be looking at other tools? Right now, the new hot topic is TikTok. It's immersed in controversy, partly because the authorities that be are concerned that it's a Chinese spying tool, but I'm not going to get into the politics of it here. The reality is there's always going to be a disruptor like TikTok or Snapchat before it, and that's going to offer us, filmmakers, places to share stories. Yeah, vertical stories, that's what's hot on TikTok. But you know what? That's where teenagers and 20-year-olds are. Teenagers and 20-year-olds have a lot of buying power because they don't have a lot of responsibility, so their disposable income is much greater than you might expect. And so that's where stories are being consumed. 25 million some odd users in the US alone on TikTok, and that number continues to swell. Does this beg the question? Absolutely. We can tell our stories elsewhere. The question is, why should we? And I would say yes. With the odds stacked against us and with the nature of consumption continuing to change, I think we should not limit ourselves to just trying to get into a film festival and get noticed so that we can get distribution and get something onto the silver screen. Although that's still a good goal and dream, we shouldn't discard all the other readily available options that have been handed to us, especially because they are free tools. Look at the kids on TikTok. They are super creative. They are tomorrow's creators, if not today's creators. You and I are becoming dinosaurs because, again, of that exponential growth of technology. Storytelling will never go out of style. We'll always be telling stories, but the methods of delivery, that will continue to change. Don't be fixated in just one lane. Until next time, I encourage you to keep creating with the King, lean into him, tell stories of hope, point people to the light. The kingdom of darkness is ramping up its efforts, and we got to be on the right side of history here. God bless you, and I'll catch you on the next video.